Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy.
And I'm Paz.
And this is Soilwork, a band that I just love. Listened to Soilwork for years, you know you have, absolutely. Got a new album coming out in January called, it's here, called, hang on, there's no way I'm getting this right, Verklighten, no, Verklighten. I don't know. I don't even know if this is the actual cover, because when I went to look up the cover there were two different ones. There was this one, which is nice and artistic, and then there's a much simpler one that's just like black with like a...
Yeah, it's the design.
Snake
and the,
emblem. So
I can't point from it because I know it's where. There we go. Kind of that little squirrely symbol, isn't it?
Oh, is that what was on the other album cover?
Yeah.
So we're not entirely sure what the album cover looks like, and I'm not even sure how to say the name of it, so this is going well, isn't it? But anyway, there's a music video out.
and this has actually got Bjorn Strid on again.
It's got Bjorn Strid on, yeah. He's on everything.
Yeah, even his own band.
He's even turning up on his own albums now. Yeah, it's becoming a running joke that we keep finding songs with Bjorn Strid on.
I'm sure I saw him on EastEnders as well. He turns up everywhere.
That would be brilliant. One day he'll just be here instead of me.
So there's a message, Bjorn, if you
yeah, Bjorn, you know,
that'd be hilarious.
if you want to come over, it's no problem. Anyway, that's not important right now. Someone sent me a message, saying that it now turned into like a drunken Friday night. This channel.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think it was a compliment.
All right.
So. But the thing is, I did this on my own for 8 months or something, longer than that, and I just got tired of listening to my own voice. It's quite difficult sitting here on your own, just doing this. So, and I've been badgering Paz for a long time to come and do this. So, this is the future. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry he's staying.
Yeah. It took me ages to get back from space as well.
Yeah, with all the biscuits
back from
and
Earth,
tea.
sorry. I went back to see Saxon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, last week. Is that like 2 weeks ago?
All right.
At the Ritz.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Saxon, fantastic. They're superb. And what's good about it? Saw Saxon a few times.
I saw them a few years ago.
Academy 2 it was. Then they moved up to the Ritz, which is a 1,200 seater venue. And
I thought I was at the Ritz when I saw them.
I think so, yeah. But they've upgraded to Manchester Academy 1, which is about 1,800. So for a band of Saxon's up and down success, going up to Academy 1 at this stage of their career is fantastic.
Yeah.
And
the drummer had heart surgery or something
he
not
did,
long
yeah.
ago.
I think it was that, yeah.
Was he?
He's back, yeah.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I was a little bit worried going into the gig, thinking, "Oh, is anyone going to be turning up?" But it was packed.
Oh,
that was jam packed. What a gig! They got so many good songs.
Yeah, they can just play for like 3 hours if they could.
Yeah, one of my favourite gigs of all time is when they did a greatest hits tour. They didn't have an album; they just did the greatest hits tour. What a sing fest that was! But the new stuff they come up with is pretty solid stuff, and it comes across well.
Right.
The support came from FM. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
I tried with FM back in the day, and they were too nice.
Yeah.
Too nice for me.
Too lightweight.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea really, but they're enjoyable. The second half of their set was pretty entertaining. I must admit. I'm not going to rush out and listen to any of their stuff, but when you're live and it's loud and you get the guitar really cutting through, I think their music works. I think it's because you can't hear the keyboards as well. Sorry, keyboard players.
Keyboards. Yeah. So anyway, this is about Soilwork. So that last 5 minutes, if you're not interested in Saxon, why not?
I've also seen Soilwork live as well.
Which is a band I've never seen live.
I was over in America and I saw them. They were supported. I think it was Soilwork, Strapping Young Lad, and I can't remember whether it might have been Fear Factory, Yeah, it's Fear Factory because the bass player in Fear Factory is also in Strapping Young Lad at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think there was another band on as well. I think it might have been the guy from Cold Chamber, his band as well. It was a good gig though. It was at the House of Blues in Florida.
Oh right, yeah.
And Soilwork were tremendous.
Yeah, and they've been to the UK a few times, and for some reason I've never actually gone to see them, which is something I need to fix.
I think they don't come over very often though.
I suspect they'll be over next year.
They are quite a festival band. They always appear at festivals, but if you don't go to festivals...
Because Beyond's too busy recording songs with other bands. Yeah. Anyway, where are we? 10 minutes. They've put out a single off the new album, which isn't out till January, so this is, well, you know, full 2 months in advance. I haven't seen this. Have you seen this?
No, not yet, no.
I haven't seen this. It's called Full Moon Shoals. They did put out another single as well that was a lyric video a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't heard that one either, which is odd really because I really like Soilwork. But this one's got a proper video to it, I believe. I've seen about 2 seconds of it to make sure it was a video, and if I can get my earpiece in. Let's just play it, shall we? Because I think we've talked enough. Click that. Click that. You think it would... No, that's the wrong one. Oh, look. Hey! We disappeared. And we're gone. And we're back.
That was an improvement.
That's because I've changed my software around a little, and the buttons are in a different place, so I click where the button usually is. It's that one. It's a very kind of mellow one, isn't it? For a song. I mean, I know we're only halfway through, but
yeah, it's not lighting my world up, I must admit.
Yeah, it's kind of
pleasant to listen to. Maybe should it be pleasant to listen to if you listen to
if you're listening to Soilwork?
Yeah.
And also Cello Lady. They went to Cello Lady, who may be famous, but I don't know who she is. Come and be in our music video. Oh, brilliant! She said. Is it in the Bahamas or somewhere like that? No, it's in a subway.
Not the sandwich shop.
It's literally just
which might have been quite entertaining.
We're just going to put you underneath a dual carriageway.
and then lower you out of the mix so no one can hear you.
Make sure that we can't hear you. Yeah. But it just, the thing that strikes me is, I mean, yeah, he's doing like he's got like the 3 shades of his voice going so far, but it's still, the song seems quite mellow and
Yeah,
I dare say easy listening.
I have a thought about that, but I think that's for the end of the video.
I won't release the souls, but I will examine the wishful and drown in the full motel. Anyone could cure it with blindness. There are moments where I thought I could be man, seeking for the hour of closure. God, let's be like I thought could remind me. Cause some can't remind me, but it's not what it takes. It's just an inner endless shame. Embracing the combination as the flames keep licking the sky. Slowly rising from the murky waters, I reach for the tenebrous sky. Trust the notice of the repressed order. Take my turn to meet the dragon's anyone could cure it with blindness. There are moments where I thought I could be man, seeking for the hour of closure. God, let's be like I thought could remind me. Cause some can't remind me, but it's not what it takes. It's just an inner endless
Wish they wouldn't do that.
Thinking, when can I go home? When do I get my paycheck?
So,
Well, that was it was all right.
it was
And-
alright.
and picked up
In-
dramatically in for the 30 seconds in the middle.
In came a blast beat, and it all got a bit harsher, and you
And
thought, yeah, Soilwork. In my head, I was thinking, I take it all back,
It
and then it went down.
it's as if the Soilwork that we all know and love just suddenly appeared for a bit, and
Yeah.
and it went into being strangled by commerciality.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I was thinking, as the record company said, put out something we can sell easier.
But
And they just snuck in a bit of old Soilwork in the middle. We'll show them.
but the metal's always had that over the years. The first video they put out is usually the commercial one to appeal to as many
This
people
is the
as
second
possible.
one, though.
Is it?
Yeah, the other one's not got a video. It's a
Well, they spent some money on this one
lyric
with the video,
Yeah,
haven't they?
so I thought I'd go with this one because rather than the lyric video. I haven't heard the other one either. Maybe that one's like Geth.
But it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. But my thought was perhaps it's taken out of context. It sounds a bit. It's all right, but put it in the context of the album, and it would sound amazing. And
That happens.
I've always found Paradise Lost to be a lot like that because bands tend to create a mood, and when you're in that mood, song like that, I think, oh yeah, it's a real change of pace from like violent music before. If it's quite mellow, then this song will be be quite welcome. But taken out of that, then it has no context, and it just sounds a bit. I mean, the main riff is alright, but it sounds a bit pedestrian.
Yeah. What you were just saying there about taking in context on the album, that's because we're old school and still listen to albums. I think with Spotify and all those other kind of services like Spotify, and then also just your iPod that you I've got literally thousands of songs on my iPod, and sometimes I just go shuffle. And I think that people don't necessarily get, they don't necessarily get the CD and take it home and listen to it end to end. And I know that a lot of people do. I'm not saying that nobody does that anymore, but I think the way that music is listened to has changed. And my son, who's like 21, he just goes to Spotify. He just goes, oh, Spotify. He says, oh, that new, what was it? The new Disturbed album, which I haven't even heard yet. He says, oh, the new Disturbed album. Oh, have you got that? Well, no, I just listened to it on Spotify, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like this old-fashioned view of listening to music. I do like to listen to albums, like the Lost Domain one. The last video was about an album called Lost Domain. I just like to listen to it from all the way through and get you say, it's the way the artist intended it to be listened to.
When I write stuff, I do it in albums with 10 songs or something like that.
And your songs are in. It's not like you do 10 songs and just shove them on in any order. You go, right, this is the opener for the album, don't you? And then this is next, and this is, even if they're not connected to each other, you still put them in an order of listening. When
we were doing the Stronghold albums, I don't know if you remember me going, I was really worried about it being too slow paced, but as a listening experience. And it took me a long time to get over that. Over that, it's too slow.
It's just a dirge. Some people like a dirge.
Yeah. But it's about creating a mood over 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. But taken on its own, this song, it just isn't. It just hasn't got any bite.
But
it just exists. It's one of those songs that if you were writing a review of it, you wouldn't know what to say. Because it's not great and it's not terrible. No. It's just in that middle ground where it's really hard to think of what to say about it.
But I say the music listening has sort of changed with Spotify. Surely, if you're going to release songs for Spotify, you want songs that are going to grab you straight away.
Absolutely.
And that didn't really. I mean, the main riffs are right. But
and I think even if people still listen to albums in full, you still got, with the one you release, it still needs to be, like you say, one that just grabs you. It's got to be representative. I think you don't go for the extreme one off the album, and you don't go for the ballad with the harp. you go for whatever grabs people, and that just doesn't.
No,
it's not badly done or anything. It's just a bit meh.
Yeah, well, as a Soilwork fan,
and that's the thing, I'm a Soilwork fan.
It won't stop me from buying the new album, but you think, I hope the rest of it's not a bit meh like that.
Like they just had to push an album out. I doubt if they did, because it's been a while now, hasn't it?
They did do it one every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Last couple have been really good.
The Living Infinite. If you're not a Soilwork, aficionado or whatever, go listen to the Living Infinite, which is just an unbelievable piece of work, I think.
Having said that, I mean, I still consider them a new band, but I've been listening to them for 15 years. Most bands don't even last that long. So even if they have changed to a more mellow approach, they are 15 years older, than what they were. So you have to cut them a little bit of slack, I think.
But they're all brilliant musicians, and his voice is still as good as it ever was. So
and that middle bit thinks, oh yeah, just a bit more.
Yeah, when you just go, oh, they're here now, they're back. The song's changed into something else, but then it just.
There was a Megadeth song with a similar sort of feeling to this, and it's off the System Has Failed album, and I can't remember what the song is, as usual. But it's a sort of generic Megadeth sounding modern song for the first 3.5 minutes, and the last minute and a half he just does the same song but in old school Megadeth, and it's just amazing. I just think, it's such a shame that they couldn't have done the whole song like this, or they would have been a modern day classic. But and I get that feeling with that one, if only the whole song was like that middle bit. But bands change, I guess.
Maybe they haven't. Maybe it's just a song that just happens to sound like this because they needed they wanted a lady on a cello in it, and they had to write a song that fit that in, and then you couldn't hear her.
Yeah,
I couldn't really hear her. And these are pretty good, but I couldn't really hear her.
And But it's made me interested to listen to the new one because it wasn't bad.
I'm always interested in a Soilwork song or album, just because I know how good they can be. So you know that even if they were forced to write 10 songs at gunpoint, they're going to come out with some good ones just because it's in them to do that. So anyway, okay, there's probably a 55-minute video for you. Some people really, I assume that the people who watch this channel regularly like long videos, because I don't think I've hardly ever done one under 10 minutes.
I did the baby metal one for 40
something minutes. Yeah,
but
baby metal fans are a breed apart. You know, they are special.
I'm learning that.
They are special, and they're great. Special and great as well. I mean, it's not an insult, but they love anything that talks in depth about the thing that they love. So anyway,
who doesn't?
I guess so. Who doesn't? Yeah. Yeah. I should probably stop. Thanks for watching as always. Let's know what you think, as I'm sure you will, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.